The indigenous people of northeastern America, such as the Ojibwe, Cree, and Innu, tell of a vicious curse. The victims afflicted with this curse are transformed into a white-fleshed beast, consumed with the urge to dine on human flesh. The Wendigo, the white winter cannibal. The offense is usually greed, murder, or taboo violation, but the most infamous and renowned is cannibalism. To quote Basil Johnston, an Ojibwe teacher, the Wendigo was gaunt to the point of emaciation, its desiccated skin pulled tightly over its bones. With its bones pushed out against its skin, its complexion the ash gray of death, and its eyes pushed back deep into their sockets. The Wendigo looked like a gaunt skeleton recently disinterred from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody. Unclean and suffering from separations of the flesh, the Wendigo gave off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition, of death and of corruption. Being a beast of native legend as opposed to most of the cryptids we're encountering, this one has centuries of legends to its name. My favorite comes from the United States President Theodore Roosevelt, famous as an outdoorsman and hunter. This story was told to him by a mountain man friend of his named Bauman, and he relayed the story to the rest of the world. Bauman and his hunting partner were trapping beaver many years before he told President Roosevelt the story. Bauman had gone to gather their traps so they could leave, but when he returned to camp, his partner was spread upon a stump, his corpse fresh and warm, and his blood still flowing from his body, torn to shreds by an unknown beast that Bauman believed to be the Wendigo. The Wendigo is the namesake of a mental disorder called Wendigo psychosis. As an example, in 1878, Swift Runner and his family were starving in their cabin out in the woods. His eldest son succumbed to the cold, and Swift Runner eventually butchered and ate his wife and his remaining children, despite only being 25 miles away from supplies at the Hudson's Bay Company Post. He was so close to food, but he resorted to cannibalism, which is different than most cases of cannibalism to survive, where there's no other option, which is why he was labeled a victim of Wendigo psychosis. In other media, the Wendigo is a popular monster. There are books and stories about it, as well as Stephen King's Pet Sematary, which was the template for its appearance in later media. The creature exists in World of Warcraft, Dungeons & Dragons, and as an enemy of the Incredible Hulk and Wolverine in Marvel Comics, which clings very closely to the cannibalism legends in folklore. In Fallout 76, the beast is very true to its original description as a living, skeletal-like beast. It will likely live in the mountainous regions and is highly aggressive. While I doubt it will be much more than a simple monster, I have hopes of the psychosis affecting players who commit acts of cannibalism as one of these mutations we have heard of. Perhaps it'll be like werewolves or vampires in Skyrim. They will need to consume flesh to empower themselves, but if they fail to do so for a period of time, it will debuff them. The problem is that this would likely conflict with the anti-griefing methods that are currently in place, so it's very unlikely. The White Winter Cannibal is a herald of death for those who display excess greed and violate social norms. A Wendigo is a monster that is to be feared and to be killed. It could be your father, your daughter, your brother, or your best friend. But if they are a Wendigo, they are a threat, and they must be killed. Keep that in mind this November. Watch your back, and ignore the craving for delicious, savory, lovely flesh. Alright, sorry it took a little longer to get these 2 episodes out. I'm super behind on homework and everything at school. Just a lot of stuff's been going on. And it's kind of my fault for slacking as well. I kind of put everything off and kept putting everything off, and now it's coming to bite me. This and the Grafton Monster episode will both be up the same day, hopefully. And, yeah. The next episode is going to be the Flatwoods Monster. I was originally going to do the Giant Ground Sloth or the Scorch Beast, but I think I'm going to do the Flatwoods Monster just because I feel like that'd be an interesting one. I'm going to try to save the Scorch Beast for more towards Halloween. But, yeah. Sorry it's taking so long, guys. That's my bad. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you later. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want, if you enjoyed this stuff. If you would prefer to just see gameplay, check that out. I had a really fun clip the other day. I'll link in the end cards. we might get a good chuckle out of. But yeah, alright. Take care of yourselves out there, everyone.